Hi, friends. Have you ever read a story called Goldilocks and the Three Bears? It's about a little girl. Do you see a little girl on my book? This story isn't about three bears, though. What do you think it might be about? Dinosaurs! This story is called Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs. Let's read it together. Look at that little girl. Who do you think that is? Goldilocks. Once upon a time, there were three dinosaurs. Papa Dinosaur, Mama Dinosaur, and some other dinosaur who happened to be visiting from Norway. One day, for no particular reason, the three dinosaurs made their beds, positioned their chairs just so, and cooked 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding at all different temperatures. Do you see that? They put ice in some of the pudding, and then this one has a thermometer to see how hot it is. That's very interesting. "Oh boy," said Papa Dinosaur in a big, loud voice. "It's finally time to leave and go to someplace else." "Yes," continued Mama Dinosaur, "I sure hope no innocent little child happens by our unlocked home while we are, someplace else." Sounds suspicious to me. Then the other dinosaur made a loud noise that sounded like a big, evil laugh. Ha 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 ha! But was probably just a polite Norwegian expression. The three dinosaurs went someplace else and were definitely not hiding in the woods waiting for an unsuspecting kid to come by. I don't know if I believe that. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, a poorly supervised little girl named Goldilocks came traipsing along. Do you see her? Just then, the forest boomed with what could have been a dinosaur yelling, "Gotcha!" But I'm pretty sure it was just the wind. The loud noise was immediately followed by another loud noise that sounded kind of like, "Be patient, Papa Dinosaur, the trap is not yet sprung." But I guess that could have been a rock falling or a squirrel. Do you think there's a trap for Goldilocks? I'm not sure. Let's keep reading. Either way, Goldilocks was not the type of little girl who listened to anyone or anything. For example, Goldilocks never listened to warnings about the dangers of barging into strange, enormous houses. So as soon as Goldilocks came across a strange, enormous house, she barged right in. This mat right by the front door says something kind of suspicious. It says, "Welcome!" Tee-hee. Usually mats only say welcome. Inside, Goldilocks immediately smelled the 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding. Said Goldilocks, "that chocolate pudding smells delicious. If only I could get all the way up to the top of that counter." Then Goldilocks noticed a very tall ladder that just happened to be right there and certainly wasn't left there on purpose. So Goldilocks climbed up the ladder and found herself face to face with 3 gigantic bowls of chocolate pudding. The first bowl of chocolate pudding was too hot, but Goldilocks ate it all anyway because, hey, it's chocolate pudding, right? The second bowl of chocolate pudding was too cold. But who cares about temperature when you've got a big bowl of chocolate pudding? Not her. The third bowl of chocolate pudding was just right. But Goldilocks was on such a roll by now, she hardly even noticed. Do you see Goldilocks in that bowl of pudding? Look at her. She went swimming in that bowl of pudding. She ate a lot. Soon Goldilocks was stuffed like one of those delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons. which, by the way, are totally not the favorite things in the whole world for hungry dinosaurs. Tired and groggy, Goldilocks noticed the 3 chairs in the living room. So she climbed down the ladder and walked out of the kitchen. The first chair was too tall. The second chair was too tall. But the third chair was too tall. Goldilocks wasn't going to climb that high just to sit in some chair. So she hiked over to the bedroom. When she got there, Goldilocks noticed that the beds were also gigantically big. "What is going on around here?" groaned the exhausted girl. "The bears that live here must be nuts." Just then, the room filled with a loud booming noise that was either a truck driving past or a dinosaur saying, "A few more minutes and she'll be asleep. Delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons are yummier when they're rested." Even a little girl who never listens to anyone or anything had to hear that. Goldilocks took a minute to stop and think, which was longer than she was used to stopping and thinking. Home sweet dinosaur home. Hey, she told herself, this isn't some bear's house. This is some dinosaur's house. Say what you like about Goldilocks, but she was no fool. As quickly as she could, she ran to the back door and got out of there. Just then, a loud plane flew by, which sounded pretty much like a trio of dinosaurs yelling, "Now!" or "Charge!" or maybe the Norwegian expression for "Chewy bonbon time!" Suddenly, and completely coincidentally, the 3 dinosaurs rushed through the front door. But they were too late. She's gone. Goldilocks was gone, and all that was left in the house were 3 disappointed dinosaurs. The end. And the moral of that story is, if you ever find yourself in the wrong story, leave. Do you see Goldilocks in this picture? She's so excited to see these guys. Who are they? The 3 bears. That story sounds like what I'm used to, Goldilocks and the 3 bears. I've heard that story a lot of times. How silly. She had to go find the right story. I hope you enjoyed our book today, friends. I love reading stories with you. You can hit the subscribe button below so we can keep reading more stories together. And if you're interested in learning some things with me on a screen like this, I have a virtual preschool class, and we learn things on a screen all the time. There's a link below for that too. I hope I see you again soon. Keep reading!